Which is better, the Ford Mustang Mach-E, starting at $40,000, or the brand new Tesla Model Y? As of now, it starts at $60,000, but later on the price will be reduced. But which one is better? Well, in this episode, we are gonna find out. The Mach-E is a beautiful looking vehicle. I absolutely love the design. On the front, it does have a fake grille, but somehow it still looks pretty nice. And the bumper design is pretty clean. I also like the different creases on the hood. On the side, this vehicle looks terrific. The sloping roofline gives this car such a cool look. And the body panels are super smooth. You'll notice there are no door handles, and that's because the doors open by pressing the button on the B pillar or next to the rear quarter glass. The side of the Mach-E is gorgeous looking, so is the back. Those taillights look so cool, and the bumper has an aggressive look to it. This vehicle looks outstanding. The Mach-E has a drag coefficient of 0.28 CD. That's pretty good considering its size, and it weighs at about 4,400 pounds, which is also not bad. Overall, the Mach-E looks wonderful. The new Model Y looks fantastic, especially on the front. That light bar is gorgeous. Beneath them are the actual headlights. There are no fog lights, but they're not very useful. To me, the front of this car looks very futuristic. On the side, it looks largely the same as the previous Model Y, but there are some differences. It gets new wheels. These look fabulous. There are also updates to the side mirrors. The rest of the side is the same, but just like the front, there are huge changes on the back. This looks so cool. I love what they have done with the taillights. This red light here is actually a glowing effect of the light bar. This is what it looks like when it's off. Instead of the Tesla T, the word Tesla is written. This looks amazing. The license plate will now be attached on the rear diffuser. Speaking of rear diffuser, this rear diffuser is huge. But there are two reasons as to why it is very big. One, all of the exterior design upgrades are for improved aerodynamics, increasing efficiency, providing more range. In fact, this vehicle has a drag coefficient of 0.22 CD, even lower than the drag coefficient of the previous Model Y. The second reason why this rear diffuser is so big is to reduce the chances of the tailgate getting damaged in a minor rear end accident. Oftentimes, the tailgate of the previous Model Y would get damaged, even at super low speed fender benders. It's very expensive to replace this tailgate, so now this will reduce the chances of the tailgate getting damaged. And in my opinion, it looks great. It gives the rear of this car a more aggressive look. It's ever so slightly heavier than the previous Model Y. The lightest version of the new Model Y weighs slightly above 4,200 pounds. Now between the two, I prefer the look of both of these vehicles. They both look outstanding. The interior of the Mach-E is a nice place to be in. The design is cool, and it looks high-tech with these displays. Interestingly, it gets a vertical style screen. Most cars nowadays have horizontal displays. This looks cool though. The steering wheel looks amazing, and the overall design is really nice. It looks really good with the light interior color option, and it has ambient lighting. At night, that looks amazing. This vehicle comes with laminated front windows, which help with sound insulation, and they are more durable windows. For the comfort features, the Mach-E gets wireless phone charging as standard. It's also available with heated front seats and the heated steering wheel. They're both optional, and usually the interior quality of Ford's vehicles is pretty good. Overall, it's a great place to be in. The new Model Y gets a fully redesigned interior. The design is completely new. For the most part, it looks pretty similar to the interior of the latest Model 3, but there are quite a lot of differences. Just like that car, it gets ambient lighting, and at night, it looks amazing. But on the door panels, the light strip only extends halfway through. Below that is a separate piece of fabric aligned with the speaker. Also on the dashboard there is stitching. Right underneath the vent, there's a nice shiny trim around the wireless chargers, and the gear stalk is removed. Now all shifting is done through this touchscreen, but Tesla will implement their auto shift feature into this new vehicle. More on that later on in this episode. Surprisingly, they left the turn signal stock, instead of adding buttons to the steering wheel for the indicators. But the rest of the steering wheel design looks very similar to the one in the latest Model 3. And I love how this new steering wheel looks. And the overall interior. I love how this new interior looks. They have updated the interior quality a lot in this vehicle as well. The materials inside feel more expensive and robust to make this cabin feel even more expensive than the interior of the previous Model Y, and these materials are also for better sound insulation. This new Model Y also gets power reclining rear seats, meaning these seats will recline electrically instead of having to recline them manually in the previous Model Y. And by a press of a button in the trunk, they will automatically fold down and fold up as well. Just like the previous Model Y, gets the heated steering wheel, 2 wireless chargers in the front, heated seats, but unlike the previous Model Y, all of these seats are perforated, and the front seats are now ventilated, which is a very useful feature during the summer. And all of these features come as standard. Overall, I like the Model Y's interior more. Both vehicles get 2 displays as standard. In the Mach-E, there's the driver's display and the center display, which has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The Tesla gets 1 display in the front. It doesn't have Apple CarPlay nor Android Auto, but in these vehicles, you don't really need them. The infotainment system in Teslas is really good. It already has built-in Google Maps, web browser, and you can also sync your contacts with the vehicle, so you can make phone calls and send messages through this display. If you pay for the premium connectivity subscription, you will also get access to a bunch of different music apps. It's a really good infotainment system. Both vehicles have over-the-air updates, so as you own them, they get better over time. With both vehicles, you can pair your phone, so that way you can use it as the key. As a backup with the Tesla, you get a key card, and with the Ford, you get a key fob. The Mach-E also gets a keyless entry pad on the B-pillar. Only the Ford is available with a heads-up display. It's also available with the 360-degree view, which is very helpful for parking. The Tesla gets a vector space 360-degree view as standard. Now on the display in the Tesla, there are a bunch of different games to play, and a lot of videos to watch. Very useful while charging the car at a supercharger. Of course, these features only work while the vehicle is in park. It also features bioweapon defense mode. This mode will utilize the built-in HEPA filter of this vehicle to prevent almost 100% of harmful gases entering the cabin. There's also pin to drive in the Tesla. You will have to create a passcode that you will be entering before driving the vehicle. That way it never gets stolen. But there's more. There's also dog mode. So when you leave your pet inside, this feature will keep the climate on and display a message letting people outside of the vehicle know the pet inside is safe. There's also sentry mode, which constantly records for suspicious activity around the vehicle, using the exterior cameras for the self-driving features. And if it captures something, it will save that into its built-in dashcam, which comes as standard. For major threats, it will trigger the alarm system, and it will also send a notification to your phone. You can view these clips on the front display, and nowadays you can also view it on the phone. If you pay for the premium connectivity subscription, you will also be able to view the live camera feed through the Tesla app. But what's new for the new Model Y? It has a display in the back for rear passengers. This display also provides a bunch of different games to play, and a bunch of different videos and movies to watch. And of course it also provides rear passenger controls. It gets a front bumper camera, making it a lot easier to park this vehicle. It's also very helpful for the full self-driving feature. More on that later on in this episode. This camera also features a built-in washer, so by a press of a button on the touchscreen, it will spray water on this camera to clean it. Now that the gear stock has been removed, it features the auto shift feature. This is a super cool one. So at low speeds, by checking various factors, it will shift the gear by itself. And it actually works really well, especially while doing 3-point turns. Overall, the Model Y is way more high-tech. The Model Y's trunk is massive. It has up to 76 cubic feet of space, and there's an additional 4.1 cubic feet of space in the frunk. The frunk of the new Model Y has a built-in drain, so you can pour ice and store your drinks in there. So this car has a total cargo capacity of 80.1 cubic feet, and its towing capacity is 3,500 pounds. The Mach-E's trunk is up to 59.7 cubic feet of space. There's an additional 4.7 cubic feet of space in the frunk. This vehicle also has a drain in the frunk. Its total cargo capacity is 64.4 cubic feet, and it has a towing capacity of 3,300 pounds. As of now, only the long-range version of the Model Y is available. This includes 2 electric motors, which make 435 horsepower and 380 pound-feet of torque. They are powered by an 82 kilowatt-hour battery pack, which is good for a range of 327 miles, and this battery can charge at 250 kilowatts. The base Mach-E Select and Premium come with a 72 kilowatt-hour battery pack as standard. This battery can charge at up to 110 kilowatts. but with both the Select and Premium, you can get a 91 kWh battery pack, which can charge at 150 kilowatts. Both the Select and the Premium are available as either rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. With the standard battery, both rear-wheel drive models generate 264 horsepower and 387 pound-feet of torque, and they have 250 miles of range. Both all-wheel drive models have 325 horsepower and 500 pound-feet of torque. They also have 230 miles of range. The rear-wheel drive model of the Premium is available with the extended battery, and with the extended range battery, the rear-wheel drive Premium has 290 horsepower and 320 miles of range. Both all-wheel drive models with the extended battery have 365 horsepower, and they have 300 miles of range. The GT is all-wheel drive. It has 480 horsepower and 600 pound-feet of torque. This vehicle comes with the extended battery as standard, which is good for a range of 280 miles for the GT. So then, how fast can these vehicles go? The Model Y can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4.1 seconds. Pretty quick. The rear-wheel drive models of the Mach-E Select and Premium can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 5.6 seconds. The all-wheel drive versions can go in 5.2 seconds, and the GT can go in 3.3 seconds. That is really fast. Both vehicles run on spring suspension. The Mach-E GT comes with adaptive suspension. This suspension constantly adjusts based on the road conditions for a smoother ride and better handling. These are both electric cars, so they have that instant torque, which significantly improves the acceleration. Both vehicles have sway bars, which reduce body roll when turning, increasing stability. They also get torque vectoring, so they can send full power to the outer wheel with the most grip. Helps a lot with corner exiting traction, and these vehicles have a low center of gravity, thanks to the battery pack being at the bottom. That also reduces a lot of body roll, increasing stability, and they have that regenerative braking, which makes the driving experience a lot easier. Just lift your foot off the accelerator and they will stop on their own. And while they stop, the battery gets recharged as well, so it makes the driving experience more convenient, and it's also good for the battery. They also have speed-sensitive steering. With this, the speed sensitivity constantly adjusts based on how fast you are driving. Now both vehicles have adaptive cruise control with steering assist to keep you inside of the lane. However, you do have to pay extra for those features with the Ford. With the Tesla, both of those features come as standard. But then there's that optional full self-driving package. This package will allow the Tesla to drive completely by itself. Even on city streets, the self-driving tech in Teslas is super advanced. They can change lanes by themselves, park by themselves, follow the navigation, all of that good stuff. All Teslas come with a 30-day free FSD trial right after taking delivery. The Mach-E also has a lane change assist feature and a park assist feature, and they come with a bunch of safety features as standard. So they have automatic emergency braking, lane departure avoidance, blind spot warning, rear cross traffic alert, and a lot of other safety features. Overall, these are super advanced vehicles. So which is better, the Ford Mustang Mach-E or the new Tesla Model Y? It's the Tesla. The Mach-E is a fantastic vehicle. It looks amazing, has a great interior, and it's practical. But the new Model Y is just way more high-tech. It also looks amazing, has a more luxurious interior, and it's also more practical. But do you guys agree? Let me know in the comments down below. Which vehicle do you guys prefer? Also, let me know in the comments down below. Which other car comparison video would you like to see? If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it the thumbs up, hit the red subscribe button down below, and turn on all notifications. That way you'll never miss out on any new episode posted on this channel. But anyways, that's gonna wrap it up for today's episode.